Ooh. Okay, well, what's up, LEGO fans? Welcome back. Alex here. In this video, we're going to be talking about Brickslopes. The LEGO convention just ended yesterday. Got home last night with all the stuff that I had at the show, and I'm attempting to get everything back to their places. It's been kind of chaotic. Really, I wouldn't say a long weekend. It was a busy weekend. It went by, man, so fast, and it was a blast, absolute blast. My favorite part by far was just meeting people, talking to people, and I couldn't believe how, like, I felt like I just got there and they said, oh yeah, it's 4 o'clock, and I'm like, whoa, where's the time going? And I did get, Jason and I, we, for our Bricky News podcast, we did a lot of videoing, a lot of interviews. There was, I think we interviewed Alex from from Bricklink. We interviewed I think Emily and Kelly from LEGO Masters, as well as Tim is a whole episode as well, and it was fantastic. Man, yeah, good stuff. But no, it's Monday right now. It's the day after the convention, and I took today off of work, and I'm gonna regret this because tomorrow's going to just be, I don't know, it's crazy at work. I don't want to think about that right now. So that's going to be tomorrow. So because of that happening tomorrow, getting back into the craziness of my job, I wanted to make this video while I'm still kind of running a high from the convention, to talk about my experience and talk about these tokens of appreciation that I got and other things that we get. So I'm not gonna, this isn't scripted. I'm just gonna sit down and just talk about this kind of unedited, so bear with me here. So when you get to the show, you check in. They give you your swag bag. This little thing has got some fun stuff in it, including your name tag. And this is the name tag that I was carrying around, or had on my lapel here, for the entirety of the show. And people modify these quite a bit at the show. And I decided to put my sig fig and Mindy sig fig here as well, just for fun. I was nervous that I might lose them as I hugged people, and sure enough, when I hugged my dad goodbye, they came loose, and I was so self-conscious about it that I saw them and put them back on here, so they survived. I felt bad because Tanya, Jason's wife, she had her sig fig, and sure enough, she lost it because she was hugging people too, and I think it fell off because of that. But so I felt that we tried to find it, but it was too difficult. There was just, yeah, I felt bad. But I did get this tile, this 1/8 tile here from the Bricklink stand. It says I love Bricklink, and they have a little Bricklink logo here with those 2 yellow bricks. So put those on there. Had my name, and you can have 2 bricks that you can have whatever's on here. So I put my name here in Minneapolis on here as well, and they got the Brickslopes logo here as well. And there's a brick here, a 1x2, kind of like an off yellow brick here saying celebrating 10 years, because it was the 10-year anniversary of Brickslopes. So that was a big deal. It was a big deal for us this year to make it 10 years here. And then you got this green brick says Brickslopes, a LEGO fan event 2024. Recognized AFOL networking event 2024, and is recognized by LEGO as an official fan event, which is awesome. And then you have the Brickslopes 2024 logo here of kind of matching the theme of Let It Grow. That was the theme, Let It Grow. So yeah, it's interesting. Some people I noticed like to attach previous year's name tags, and they can get pretty dang long, and I'm like, this is as big as I want it to get. It's already, you know, a weight on your shirt, pulling your shirt down, it seems like. So I didn't do that. But you also get some stickers, some swag there, the Brickslopes swag. I got a package of green wieners, green spaceman helmets, and green leaves, which this is cool. These are a little different kind of leaves, it looks like, for a different kind of tree. We also give you always get a minifigure for the event, and this year we get this this little girl with a colorful green shirt, some flowers. There's a couple of, I don't know, things in here. There's a bird, I don't know, I haven't even looked at this yet, but we'll figure that out later. And then we have all these tokens of appreciation that I'll go through here in just a moment. But I also want to say that they give you like labels. They print out labels for you for your mocks and sets that you bring. So here's mine for Smarty City. I didn't have this until day 2 of the event. I guess they didn't know mine. I don't know. There was obviously a miscue of it, and that was setup was stressful, man. That's if there was any criticism I had, it's just that setup can be really stressful as finding space for your mock. And when I got there, like 2 hours after setup had begun, and there was no room for anything on the city train tables. Like it was all full or reserved, and so I got to figure out how I get that special treatment of having a reserved area for a mock that's sizable. So that being the case, it all worked out in the end. I found a spot on the pop culture table next to Jason. He had his Oswald Army and stuff there. That worked out pretty well for us. So we could actually, that was kind of our home base for the show, and a lot of you guys have made it to the show, saw us there if we weren't out clowning around. But no, I like these. I'll keep these. I had them for my 1/8 supercars there and my castles, and yes, there was that was also frustrating. It was my fault. I dropped one of my castles. The expansion for Lowenstein Castle got dropped and shattered into a million pieces. So but people were awesome. They helped me gather up my pieces, and I spent all day Saturday at our I'll call it my booth, even though it wasn't a booth. It was just kind of in that inner circle of the pop culture stuff, trying to fix it. And then when Saturday came around, so it's Friday I was fixing it. Saturday I was able to be mobile and go all over the place, and all that stuff. So, but yeah, I got it all back together, and it was fun. But yeah, what else do we have here? Let's talk about. Oh yeah, I want to talk about like the convention in general, because again, it's not a huge convention, right? I think it was almost 50,000 square feet. And it was pretty spread out too. Like it was Saturdays, like last year, were insane. There were so many people. There was like no room to get around. And but this year I noticed they spaced things out pretty well so that we weren't bumping into each other. So when it was absolutely packed on Saturday, it didn't feel like you were fighting the crowd to get around from one section to another. So I appreciated that. And a lot of the when our conversation with Tim from Lego Masters. Season 4, he said that, and he's been to a lot of Lego cons around the country, and he said he absolutely loved Brickslopes the most, and he would definitely want to come back. So hopefully we get to see him again in the future. And also, I don't know, this is the only Lego con I've ever been to, but people are surprised to find out about the swag giveaways. So here's sets. These are Lego sets that they just give you, and you enter a drawing. And it's not like randomized. Everybody gets a prize. So as they're doing awards and things like that, they do these giveaways. And Cody, who we've had as a guest on the Breaking News podcast, is known as the King of Swag, and for good reason, because he gives us these sets. And Jason gave me a hard time when I got a stun set. I don't think it was this stun set. I think we swapped with somebody. But he gave me a hard time because one of the earlier sets that I got from the land was, was stunts. So anyway, we were recording our podcast with Tim right outside the AFOL room, and I was giving Cody was there. I gave him a hard time, like, "Hey man, you're messing up my name." And that's kind of a rule in these meetings. If he messes up your name, you get 2 prizes. So you get 2 Lego sets or 2 bags of swag or whatever. And both times he messed up my names. He calls me Alex Nuns or Nunes. I can't remember. It was not Nunes. And each time I would scream, "It's Nunes!" And then he would go on. He wouldn't stop and say, "Oh, give him 2. So I gave him a hard time before we were recording our podcast with Tim. I was like, "Yeah, man." But I was like, just joking. I was like, "I love you, man. You're awesome. Don't worry about it. Just want to give you a hard time." And Tanya's like, "Yeah, you keep mispronouncing his name. It's Nunes." He's like, "Oh, sorry." And I've corrected him, excuse me, so many times, but he never remembers. But the dude sees so many people. Right? So many people. He's a busy guy. So I don't fault him for that. But he comes back out. And he gives me this, right? So I'm like, "Oh my God, thanks, man." So and that's on the podcast. So our podcast interview with Tim, he comes out and he gives this to me, and that's awesome. So that's a pretty cool set. And there's some big sets that they give out, and of course the big ones that kind of the grand prizes at the end there on the drawings are pretty impressive too. So I appreciated that, and I don't think there's any other con out there, not to my knowledge anyway, that gives out so much swag, as we call it. So yeah, there's that. And of course, at the show, as you're walking around, you're looking at these, you can give people what we call tokens of appreciation. And so Jason and I, we had these 2x4 tiles printed out for our podcast, and it says a podcast with Alex Nunes and Jason's Brooks in 5. And we would give these out to a lot of our favorite builds out there. And it was a lot of fun, so hopefully people appreciated that. And of course, I got a few as well. In fact, I'm missing one. I think I gave it to Jimmy. It's like a little skull pin. I don't have it here, but yeah, these are my tokens of appreciation. They were kind of given to my Smarty City mock, as well as my my castles that were there, the Bricklink castles. And I'm sad because I don't know what a lot of these are. I got this little micro build for my for Smarty City. It says Micropolis Mayor approved, and it says at Spencer Hail Fire. So thank you, Spencer, for that. That was awesome. It's always good to get recognized. I also got this trinket here. I'm not sure what this is or who this is from, but I appreciate it nonetheless. We got a sticker here, pretty cool, from Salad Bricks, and this is Lewis from Lego Masters Season 4. That's pretty cool, so thank you, Lewis. I really appreciate that. That was on my micro build. I got a Duplo brick on my micro build with a little heart in the front, and I don't know if that was Duplo Tracy or her daughter Liz, but if not, whatever, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And I got 2 of these, and I don't know who this is from. Gosh darn it, I wish I did. But these were on my castle and my micro city as well, so thank you. These Scooby Snacks was given to me by Bailey from Denlog, and I met Bailey last year. Awesome, great, very talented kid, creator. Not kid, he's mostly an adult now by now. And then, of course, one of my favorites, of course, is West Valley Brick Builders gave me this token of appreciation. It's awesome. Thank you to Doug and his team. You guys are awesome. I also got this candlestick, and I could have sworn it had all 3 flames in it. I don't know if I just got one out of 3 flames from a micro city. It's like, it's okay, I'll give you one, but only 1 flame. But I'll get the flames because I think it got lost. I think they fell off or broke off somewhere somehow. So what else? Oh, I also got this 1x2 tile, and this is Kelly from the Lego Masters show. In fact, I have their card right here. But we interviewed these gals, and they were awesome. So we have Emily Builds It. That's her handle for IG, I assume. And Kelly Bartlett 31. So awesome, the pink team, the pink ladies. So that's great. Thank you very much. We also have this. It's like a fabric. I don't even know what this is, but that's really darn cool. Something castle related, no doubt. We also have this circular tile, this gold tile from the Bearded Builders Guild, BBG. Thank you very much for that. And we also have this tile. This is a, looks like I think it's a 3x3 tile. It says Lug Vegas 2024 with 2 dice on here. And this was given to me by, I think it was Todd, also known as Brick Dad. Brick Dad. He came out with one of his daughters and tracked me down and said, hey, I want to give this to you. And he said some really nice things to me about my channel, and about, like, that's like his favorite channel. He enjoys watching my content after work. And I was like, you know, it's just moments like that that really make the effort and the work you put into a YouTube channel like this worth it. So I really appreciated that. And I appreciate everybody coming by, just saying, hey, Alex, I mean, I've never met these people before. I don't know them. They just come up, they want a picture with me, they shake my hand, and it's just awesome. And so this is kind of a representation of all of that at the show. So thank you, Todd, for that. I really appreciate that, man. This is a cool tile, and I saw this tile around, but the fact that you gave it to me personally was really cool. So thank you for that. And I think that was really it. There's a little Bricklink sticker I got from the Bricklink booth there. But yeah, no, at this point, let's go ahead and I'll take you guys downstairs and let's add all of these tokens of appreciation. Oh, I forgot about these. These 2. These are like not to be rude, but like these are awesome. Like, these are really cool. So like the guys from ULUG that put on the show, they go around and they give these tokens of appreciation from the show. And I got a couple of these before, and I appreciate these. This is like, you barely made it into an awards, right? So I would love to win those big awards. Those are amazing, but those are for people who have talent. I really put in the effort, but I do appreciate these, and I love these. I'll put those in my little display case down there too. I have a little display case I'll show you guys too. That's growing there. But yeah, that's it. I think that was all of them. Did I get all of them? Yeah, fantastic stuff. And Jason and I went around and we gave our tokens of appreciation as well to many great things out there. And I also want to say that I made a lot of video. There's a lot of video to go through on my computer. So over the coming weeks, there will be Brickslopes related videos mixed in with my normal videos that you'll see. So I hope you guys enjoy those as well. So that's it for the tokens of appreciation. Let's go ahead and take these things downstairs and add them to the city wall. All of the tokens of appreciation have been updated on my wall of appreciation. I guess that's what I'm going to be calling it. So as you can see, it's getting full already. It's only got 3 years worth. And not that I'm a huge award winner, but it's pretty cool to see all these here. And Joey, your token of appreciation from Brick Trains was over there. So it was all by itself. I felt bad. So I brought it over here to join the friends on the wall of appreciation. But as you can see, if I was wearing the name tag for all 3 years, that would be insanely heavy and awkward. So I chose just to keep it relatively simple, as you can see. But yeah, there it is. I'm going to need more space pretty soon on that if it continues to fill up. Oh, I have one more quick story before I say goodbye. So on my, right here, this gold guy here, that is a Dundee. Some dude was out giving Dundies around to people, and he went over. I was by the Bricklink booth with Alex from Bricklink, and he, this is funny. I'm there talking to him, and this guy comes over, and he's talking to Alex, the other Alex, and he says, "Hey, we love what you're doing with Bricklink. I want to give you this Dundee. You're awesome," and all that. And then I kind of broke my concentration and was like looking at the new series 3 designs on the table there, and I got kind of caught up looking at them. And then the guy says, "All right, Alex, I want a high five." And I instinctively perked up, raised my hand to give somebody a high five, and I turned to find that no, it was not for me. It was for the other Alex. And the guy was like facing kind of a different direction, but I just went, heck, my hand's up, let's give him 5. So I awkwardly gave him a 5, and he was like, "Dude, what the heck, who are you?" It was terribly awkward. But then Alex from Bricklink broke it up and said, "Oh yeah, he's the other Alex." And so yeah, it was awkward. But then the guy giving these Dundies away saw my lanyard, and it was a Dwight Schrute lanyard, and he thought that was cool. So he gave me my own Dundee to kind of break up the awkwardness of it. So anyway, it all worked out. I got a Dundee out of it. I got an awkward moment out of it to add to my many awkward moments in my life. So there you have it, guys. So let me flip this and we'll end this thing up. So that's it, guys. Lots of fun video coming out for Brickslopes, so watch for those. And obviously, watch out for the updates on Bricking News, as that will be pretty heavy on the content from Brickslopes there as well. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And we'll see you guys again very, very soon. Till then, have a good one. Bye-bye.